Okay, so we're going to make this turn-based RPG example. This is going to be super basic, but it can be the foundation for a turn-based RPG battle game or something. Now, compared to a Game Maker Studio, this is going to be super simple. We can actually finish this in one shot. Alright, so welcome to another Gdevelop vlog. You're gonna need this file, so download it from the link down below. That's under my itch.io page, where you can find more examples. Usually the examples come with a video, okay? So check out the video corresponding to each example. Okay, unless that you just want to see the example. Okay, so we have everything you need here to get this working. Okay, we're gonna get everything working but the sound, okay, because obviously you can just add the sounds whatever way you want, and you don't actually have to use the Final Fantasy sounds. Before we start, guys, this is a new channel, so so smack the like button down below, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. So let's begin. We're gonna begin with the super basics, and that is variables. Okay, so if you're not familiar with variables, I made a video a couple of days ago. Have a look at that. Okay, but you should be able to follow along even if you're not familiar with variables. So let me right click here and let me show you our scene variables. Okay, we have ghost var. I mean, that's like just gonna be the health for the ghost. We can actually call it ghost health, I guess. Pac-Man, I think Pac-Man has no K. Pac-Man var, player turn, and ghost delay. Okay, this is for the this is a delay for the ghost to attack. Okay, if you leave those blank, they become 0, so don't worry if you don't see the zeros there. So let me apply this. So we want to make those variables visible. Okay, so let me just drag this text here to the screen. This is the turn. This one here is the turn delay, and this is the ghost health. This is the Pac-Man health display. This is our potion, and here is our powers and that kind of thing. All right, these are buttons. They're not really buttons; they're just graphics. Okay, let's run this and see what we got. We want to make this invisible at start, so let's begin with that. Go to events and start of scene. Okay, let's make that invisible. There's two ways to do it. You can go by sprite and set the visibility to the opacity to 0. Okay, or you can just go to objects, visibility, hide object. Okay, just hide the object. Is that a potion? If you run this now, you will notice that the potion has disappeared. So we can call it okay, so you can see that it's gone. Alright, so let's begin with the attack. This is the attack button. And if the user clicks on it, mouse, if the mouse is over an object, is over the button 1, which is the attack button, and the user clicks. Okay, user clicks on the left button, the primary button. You can make this action whatever you want. So if that happens, we want to play an animation, change animation sequence for Le Pac-Man. We're gonna set it equals I believe is 1. Let me just show you the animations. Here is Le Pac-Man. Actually the animation should be attack, which is number 2. Okay, so just have a look at these numbers. Okay, you can go by name if you wanted to, but we are not going to bother with that. We are simply going to set this to 2 because we know that that's our attack animation. Okay, so attack. Now we want the lightning to come down. All we have to do is make the lightning visible, because you can see that it's here, but it's not visible because there is nothing on the first animation. Okay, so if you play this now, I don't know if you can see that, it's kind of hard to see, but it's there. Okay, so we are going to play the animation, change the animation of the lightning equals 1. Super simple, guys. Okay, now you can play a sound to that if you wanted to, like a lightning sound. Okay, press attack. You can do this both ways. You can do it by collision, or you can simply play the animation if you just want to save time. For this example, I'm just gonna make the ghost play the animation. Okay, just copy this, and we can make the ghost. Like I said, you can do it by collision if you wanted to. And we are going to set the animation of the ghost to when the ghost gets hit. That's animation 1. Okay, you can see that I made all these in Gdevelop. I mean in Piscal or Piscal, whatever it's called. That was animation what? Oh my god, I have terrible memory. Let me see. That's animation 1 actually. So when the ghost gets hit. So that is changing to excuse me, to animation 1. Okay, so press attack. And when this animation is finished, we want to restore the animation sequence back to animation 0. So let's you can probably start labeling this if you wanted to. These are comments. Okay, you can call this attack button or Pac-Man. I keep adding the CK there. So used to it. Alright, so let's enter another comment here. You don't have to comment this. I'm just doing this for the initial stages. This will be restore animation for ghost. Okay, enter a new condition, and when the animation current animation of the ghost equals 1 and the animation has finished, finished, then we can simply set the animation back to 0. Okay, 0 0, and that should restore our animation. Okay, so attack the ghost, and now we have the problem that also the lightning doesn't reset. We can also reset the lightning too. Just copy that action there, and we can simply replace this for the lightning. Oops, what I do that time? Lightning. Okay, and when the animation lightning is finished, we want to reset this back to back to 0. Okay, so that's that. And like I said, you can add a sound effect to that. Now we get the problem that you can keep pressing the button and this will keep happening. Okay, so this is why we have this variable here, turn. So basically, for us to be able to click the button, it has to be our turn. Okay, so which would be let me go to variables here, scene variables. It will be player turn, and it will be like equals 0. So if you click on the button, this will change it to 1. Okay, player turn set equals 1. So we can only do it once. Okay, so now you can see that I can only do it once. If you want to display the variable, you can. Let me create a debugging area. Debug. I mean, you can delete this after. Enter a new condition and go to text, and let's go to modify text. So we want to display the turn. Okay, equals the scene variable, which is player turn. Okay, and here we go. It should display the text now. Now set to 0. Now set to 1. Now we can't attack. Now when this is set to 1, we want to start our ghost counter. Okay, so let's create another comment down below here. Speaking of comments down below, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Say anything, say potatoes or something. So this should be ghost counter. Oops. Ghost counter, and let's enter a new condition. So basically, if the if turn is equals 1, we want to add 1 to our ghost counter. Ghost bar, ghost delay, okay, plus 1. And we probably want to display the variable too, so let me just simply copy this here and paste it. And let me just set this to which one was it? Turn delay. Okay, and we want to set this to, we want to display that variable, ghost delay. Maybe I should have called that ghost delay as well, not to get confused. Okay, so when this reaches 100 or maybe 150, we can attack Le Pac-Man. Okay, so let's do that. After the ghost counter, new condition, and what we're going to do is we're simply going to copy this action here and just paste it in. Just copy, paste, and instead of the button, we want to switch this to something else. It's gonna be it has to be player 1 turn, or player turn has to be set to 1, and the counter, the ghost counter, ghost delay has to be greater, I guess greater or equals, say, 150. Okay, so then we're gonna change the animation of the ghost to attack. Okay, which is animation 2. Actually, just let me confirm that that's the attack animation for our ghost, and that is the animation here. Okay, that seems fine there. And where is it? I just lost that there. So we set on the animation to 2. We're gonna change the animation of the ghost power, which is raise. Okay, we're gonna set this to 1. Let me just show you that animation. Okay, you can see it here. You can see it because the first frame is invisible. Okay, let me just play that for you there. I mean, you can make this anything you like. Okay, Let's see, go back here. So raise set to 1. We want to change the animation not from Ghost, but from Pac-Man. We're gonna set it to 1. Now you can set this, as I mentioned earlier, to collision, okay? But we're doing it like this for now. So Pac-Man is going to change his animation to I'm getting hurt kind of thing. Okay. Classic blinking. So we're gonna change the when this happens, we can change the value of the turn to back to Pac-Man. So it's now Pac-Man's turn. So let's check this out. Okay, attack. So the ghost will attack at 150. Okay, now it's our turn again. But obviously we gotta set Pac-Man back to his default animation. Okay, so we can do the same thing we did with the ghost. We can restore the animation for Pac-Man. Okay, so let me just enter another comment here. Animation. Okay, and we can simply just copy this, bring it over here, paste it, and we can simply just change this from the ghost to Pac-Man. Okay, set the animation when the animation is over. Animation from Pac-Man, we can change this animation back to animation 0, which is the default idle animation. Try this again. Okay, waiting for the ghost to shoot, and now our animation returns. Okay, so we can shoot back, but we have to reset this counter. Okay, so when it reaches 150, we can change that variable back to 0. That will be ghost delay back to 0. Okay, shoot. It's going to hit back. She hit back. Okay, so we need to obviously reset the lightning too. All right, let me see, where was that? The lightning. Okay, and the we're gonna restore the animation for our ray, our gamma rays. Okay, and make sure this is the rays, gamma ray burster, just like astrophysics. Run this, see what happens. Okay, attack. Okay, hit back. And we can do this all day long. Okay, all right, so let's do the heal part. Okay, healing part. Okay, Pac-Man attack. We just I wonder if you can copy 2 at once. Yes, you can, but now I'm confused. Which one is which one? Okay, let me undo that. I'm just gonna copy this one here. Oops. Copy it. This will be button 2 or button 3, and everything is the same. Not change the animation of lightning. Okay, we don't want to change the animation of the ghost at all, so delete that. And we simply want to display the potion bottle. Okay, go to sprites, and we're going to show the potion. Okay, we also want to change the animation of the potion, because we have two animations. Let me show you. Okay, this is the default image, and here is the animation. Okay, you can see that the potion depletes. All right, let's change the animation. The sprite animation, change animation of the potion equals 1, because it's set to 0 right now. Try it out. We can attack first. That delay is probably too long there. Let's do a heal now. Okay, so we need that to return to animation 0. Okay, when that animation is finished, we want to let me just copy this and paste it. You can enter comments here later to so you don't get confused. So let me change that from raise to the potion. Animation 1 is finished. Then we simply want to change the animation back to 0. Okay, and apart from that, we also want to hide the object. Okay, hide the object. And let's try this out. Attack first. I meant to change the number here. Okay, so do a heal. Okay, so maybe we can set that to 120. That takes too long there to respond. Another thing you can do, it's you can do a random number, like between, I don't know, like 100 and 120, so it doesn't always do it at 100. 150 is too much. Maybe 110. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that at 100. So do a heal. Okay, attack again. Now let's do the health. So let me display the variable. Okay, just copy and paste this, and this will be the Pac-Man text. It's going to display the Pac-Man health. Should call it health. It will be Pac-Man var. Should have just called it health, but anyways. And we want to do the ghost one too. Paste it. This would be the ghost text, and this will display the ghost health. Okay, let's see. Ghost var. Okay, and let me try that. Healed. Okay, so now we can reduce the health. Okay, so under each attack, let me see here, we can affect the variable from the ghost var minus, you can do a random number, or you can have a set value. Let's do a random number. So we got random float, random range, all kinds of stuff here. And to keep it simple, I guess we can just do like a random range. Okay, minimum value will be, I don't know, like the less we can damage the ghost will be like, I don't know, like 3, and the maximum, I guess, will be like, I don't know. I mean, you could change these to depending on your experience. Okay, like if you had a lot of experience, you can, your minimum will be like, I don't know, it will be a variable. Okay, you literally just punch in a variable you can affect. Okay, like a global variable. Okay, so that way you can keep increasing that variable throughout the game. So every time you defeat an enemy, you can probably add to that variable, so your minimum damage will increase. Or maybe every 1000 points you could increase that. But for now, let's set that to 3, and the maximum will be like, I don't know, like 45. Maybe that's too high. To like 35. Okay, we can do the same thing for the ghost, depending on the level of the ghost. Just paste this here. So basically, instead of the ghost bar, it will be the Pac-Man var. Okay, you can do the same thing too. I guess you can even do like 40 or something, because obviously the ghost cannot heal, so you, okay, but it will have the advantage here, I guess. I mean, you can play around with this. I mean, if it's an easy target, you can simply set this to 10 and you always will defeat it. Let me just set that to 40 for now. Okay, makes it more fun. I will do another video about how to level up, kind of thing. Okay, let's try this. 89, 63. So obviously we have to heal. Oh, our healing doesn't do anything. Let's do that now. Healing. Okay, let me just copy this, and let's go to our healing button, paste that there, and change it to oh, we don't have to change that actually. Instead of subtracting, we can add a random number, I guess. The minimum we're going to heal will be I guess 15, and the maximum maybe like 35. Okay, or maybe 10, maybe 5, just to make it more fun. And again, as I mentioned, you can have this could be variables. They could be called lock variables. Okay, and you can as the game progresses, you can increase those variables, so you don't have to punch in events for everything. Okay, let's try this again. 95, 84. Okay, let me heal now. attack again, and he's gone. But he shouldn't attack if his health is 0. Okay, and you shouldn't be able to attack either if either this is 0 or your health is 0. So let's do that now. He can't attack if his health is set to 0. So his health need to be ghost var needs to be greater than 0. Okay. Also, for this to work, the Pac-Man var also needs to be set to greater than 0. Just copy these two here. We can paste this for the buttons, for the 2 buttons, so that way the ghost cannot attack, or we cannot attack once either of those variables are set to 0. I think I can take him. I have a decision to make now. Okay, I think I'm going to go for attack. Okay, so let me fix that there now. Okay, he still did the attack that time, even though the ghost bar. Okay, so this should be only one condition. I forgot. Okay, let me just fix that there now. Under debugging here, let me add one condition here. If any of these variables reaches below 0, we can set it back to 0. So ghost bar less than 0. So we can set that variable ghost bar equals 0. Okay, and we can do the same thing for the Pac-Man var. There we go. So now they will like have a cap. They won't go below 0. Okay, to make this faster, maybe we can increase the damage to like, I don't know, like 50. Okay, so the ghost is still able to attack even though this is 0. Let's see what's going on there. I'll want to the delay. We can make these 2 conditions. Okay. Okay, try this again. Okay, so that's still moving. It's not supposed to move. Let me just insert something here. So basically, if it goes barred, it's equals certain value. I guess we equals 0. Then we can change turn to something else. Player turn equals say 3. That works too. Okay, so when this is like this, let me run this only once. Trigger only once, and I guess we can change the animation of the ghost to dying, and that would be animation 3 if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. That is animation 3. Okay, so let's play that now. Okay, and the ghost is gone. We shouldn't be able to click on anything. You can restart the game here. at this point, if you notice, if you went to layers, you can see that we have some graphics here. Okay, you can display the a graphic. Okay, you don't have to do it right away, but we're going to do it like that now. Visibility, show, actually we can show the whole layer, I think. Because the layer is hidden right now. Show a layer. This will be the GUI layer. And let me increase here the damage for the ghost. So that way we can kill the ghost faster. Alright, how come it went to 13 that time? What's going on there? Okay, so this has to be player turn equals okay. Alright, did it in the wrong spot. Cut. The ghost var has to be 0. There we go. So we can do the opposite now for the when Pac-Man dies. And Pac-Man dies. Now we shouldn't be able to shoot as well. Same drill. Okay, so this one here, if Pac-Man health, it's equals 0, then we can change the variable to player turn to 3, and we can change the animation of Pac-Man to die, which is animation 3 if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. And that is animation 3. Okay. Besides showing the GUI layer, we want to change the graphic. Okay, let me just show you that the graphic, U-wing graphic. And we have 2. We have 1 and 2. Actually 0 and 1. Okay, so we want to change the animation of that layer. Change animation sequence. Equals 1. That's when we lose. Okay, try this again. And now Pac-Man dies. And defeat. Okay, now this button here will only appear when we get defeated. Okay, so right now, if you play this now, okay, now it shows here, but it shouldn't show. So let's hide it at the beginning of the scene. It's gonna be hitting now. Button 2. And whenever we get defeated, or when or we win, we can show the graphic. I mean the button. Visibility, we want to show the button. Wait, which button was it? Okay, the start button. Just copy this, and we can paste it here as well. And I guess I can enter another one right below this one here for that button. Okay, So if that button is visible, visibility, button 2 is visible, then if we click on it, let me just actually just copy this from this here, paste it, change the button to button 2. If that happens, we simply restart the scene. Or scene, change scene. That's you can label the scene whatever you want. Okay. So now the button is here, but we can't see it. Okay, so now we can restart. Now one thing here, you can kind of both attack at once. So we are going to fix that quickly here before we end this video. This here, that needs to be 0 there. Let me just add a new condition here. Ghost delay needs to be exactly 0. Okay, attack. I noticed that the animation lasts longer than the delay. Okay, so let me fix that too. So the animation, not the ghost animation, the lightning or the ray animation has to be equal 0. Okay, so that way he has to finish. He has to wait for the animation to finish. Attack. And now he has to wait for the animation. Okay, so now you can simply balance this whatever way you want it to. Okay, so I'm just gonna set this back to 1055 for now, and the damage for the button is going to be also like 10 to like, I don't know, like 50, 58 I guess. And like I said, you can change this based on experience. Okay, so if you wanted this to, like, you can set this to a variable instead, and these two as well. Okay, so that's it. You can hide this here, and you can add music and sound effects. Okay, and we're done. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to smack the like button down below and subscribe. Well, if you're not subscribed. See you guys in the next video. Bye now.